we are still here, and it's time for the Friends and Neighbors Hour.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. And my friend and neighbor, as on Wednesdays, a lot of mornings anyway, a lot of Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Keith Durham is here.
Glad to be here
Old
today.
buddy, old pal.
I had it planned to be in Nashville today, but I sort of got out of that.
You got out of it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good to get out of going ahead if you don't have to.
I don't like driving to Nashville anymore. Do you?
Not anymore. I used to do it every day.
Yeah, I did too.
I mean, I was up there every day.
So you worked on the east side of town though, right?
Well, no, I was in. I say that I was all over, but I worked for a lead company.
So you didn't have to go to the office every
I worked
day?
for our governor.
Yeah.
The governor.
The governor.
Let me tell you about my first time I met him.
Okay.
I was going to work up there, and I had just gotten hired. Of course, he didn't do the hiring.
Yeah.
You know, I was working for one of the VPs of sales and marketing. It was their sales and marketing type role that I was taking on, and somewhat of a project manager. But anyway, we were doing that, and of course I knew who he was, and I knew him when I seen him and that kind of thing. But I hadn't personally met him. Well, it was like my first day at the office there, and I had gone to the restroom, and while I was washing my hands, he came out of one of the stalls and was washing his hands.
Oh wow.
So I introduced myself to him. I said, I just went to work for you today. And that's how it's the first time I met him.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom. So
I got to ask the question, do you shake hands in the bathroom?
Well, we did. He said, we kind of laughed at each other. So let's finish washing hands and then we'll shake hands. It was just dumb.
It wasn't dumb. I think that's pretty cool.
It was pretty neat. So anyway, he remembered me well after that. Anyway.
Good deal. And he's been a pretty decent governor.
He's a decent guy.
Yeah.
He's a decent human being. I'll put it that way. Did you see his speech that he did at the prayer breakfast thing, the National Prayer Breakfast?
I did not.
You need to look it up.
Okay.
You need to look it up. It's really good. It's really, really good. But when he was running for governor, he came down here, during his campaigning, and I went to one of the events and met him, and of course he remembered me, and I got a picture of him and Daniel. He knelt down, and Daniel was little at that time, and sat on his knee as he knelt down there and took a picture with him. So anyway, a good guy, I think. I like him on a personal level, and I really hadn't kept up with a lot of things he's done or not done. I know that he's had some people that have complained about certain issues one way or the other with him. But anyway, his term is about up. He won't be running again, right?
Oh, that's right. He can only serve 2 terms.
Serve 2 terms, and that's it. So, who's going to take it over? Who's going to be the next governor?
I'm going to reserve comment on that. But
I knew I'd pull a string there.
Oh my goodness. I know who's running.
You know who's running?
Yeah, on the ticket that I'll be voting on, I know who's going to be running. Two of the candidates.
What's the guy's? His name Rose?
John Rose.
John Rose. He's getting a lot of attention.
He is getting a lot of attention. And just like Bill Lee, he's a very good guy.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Seems like it. He may be the one who actually succeeds.
I can only speak of my. I'm fixing to step out and take a call. They're wearing me out this morning.
Well, that's okay.
So,
you want me to take it for you?
I got some work going on that I got to get some direction on right quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, he's going to be right back. Well, while he's doing that, I had asked him about some things we may talk about this morning, so he'll be back in a minute maybe.
Yeah.
We'll take your phone calls too, 766-9393. Peggy will save me here, and I'll get to talk to her a little bit. Hey, Miss Peggy.
Hey, cut me off when he comes back. I just wanted to mention something. If you want to know about anything in Loretta, I don't know if she's still there, but her name was Carol. She was a retired teacher, and I used to go down there and read. Now, this goes back pre-COVID, but let me tell you, people were in and out. She knew everything. She knew if anybody moved where or whatever, and you'd even hear people coming in down there.
Loretta?
In Loretta, you had said you had a new listing down there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, a second thing has to do with people in the neighborhood. I had someone comment to me the other day they're concerned about a house for sale. It's not, I don't know whose listing it is, but something very old-fashioned that could work. A lot of people that have been in neighborhoods a long time, when I first moved back here, 2 people said, if you ever sell your house, we want to know, and we might want to buy it.
If you ever sell your house, I want to know.
Well, I know you do, but I was thinking an old-fashioned way is when you make a listing, maybe have some flyers just for people on that street and make it very neighborly. I know you want good neighbors. You know, people don't mind whether it's rental or whether it's owners. They just want to know they keep up the property. And this person has had two different people on that street that they didn't know if it was the realtor or the person that owned it, or if it was the renters, or if it was an owner. You know, just things like that.
Sure. You know what? You should consider selling real estate maybe.
No, I tried it years ago.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, but that's how we got into that investment properties as investment.
Uh-huh.
But I learned a lot just personally, and I've known people.
Yeah.
But by the way, I did the thing with Landy, Little GTO, 1964. It was a popular song, and Landy may have been into the women surf.
Yeah.
And women and surf sing.
The Beach Boys. The Beach Boys song. They had songs about vehicles, didn't they?
Oh, a lot. And even that old song, Handyman, they had a car in the background. I mean, it was just really car. Even those songs that really aren't about cars, a lot of times, they've got a car or a girl or somebody that they're interested in.
Well, cars are a great part of Americana.
Listen, boys never paid any attention to me until I bought an old 13-year-old 53 Dodge and went to the Dairy Queen. And it was amazing. It was 13 years old. I was right out of college, and it seemed like all the guys just came over. At the time, I thought it was me and my friends, but I realized now it was the car.
It was the car. Oh my! I don't listen. You know, you and I have talked several times, just about a good while now, and I have no idea. I wouldn't know you if we crossed each other in the street.
It's intentional. You know that treat your neighbor as yourself. I've gotten extroverted. I used to be introverted, but that's good. But you would recognize voices.
I would recognize your voice. I would that.
I would you too. It probably goes those directions.
All right.
Have a good day.
Thank you now. All right.
I'm glad you said that, because I have the same experience.
Yeah.
She's been to my office, and everybody has seen her except me. And they're like, she's so sweet.
She's been to my office and I haven't seen her.
You need to stay in the office more.
I guess. I don't know. She's like a ghost.
She's introverted in person, but extroverted on the phone.
Yes, absolutely. Always interesting, though. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Gosh, I forgot where we left off.
Well, I was having to step out and take, contrary to popular belief, I do have a job. And
Well, yeah, you got a job.
and so I'm getting close. I ran into something on my building down there. You get these milestones in place.
Yes.
And you schedule teams to be in there based on those milestones. Well, I got my electrical inspection completed on Monday.
Yeah.
And so that releases the utility systems, that releases the work order to the utility systems to come set my transformer.
Okay.
So in my brain, I'm thinking, I get my inspection on Monday, they get the transformer set on Wednesday, maybe Thursday. We get the air conditioner on. The air conditioner has to acclimate the floor inside the building before I can put my flooring down. So I let my air conditioner run all weekend. I got my flooring guys scheduled to come in Monday morning.
Yeah.
All right. So then I called the utility systems. I'm talking about Florence Utility Systems.
Yes.
I called them yesterday. They're super nice folks. I mean, great folks to work with. And so I talked to the engineer and I said, hey, I suppose I've already got my inspection done. I've already paid my fee for construction.
Yes.
And he says, yeah, it's going to be 2 to 3 weeks before we can set down. I'm like, weeks? I like to.
Did you blow a fuse?
No, the guy in the truck with me said, I saw your spirit leave your body.
How does it take weeks?
I think what happened down there is they're like our utility system.
Uh-huh.
Mississippi had a hard time with this ice storm, and their utility system went over to help. I believe that's what happened.
Yeah, they may be out of stock of stuff.
No, we got our own transformer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they took our transformer. We're going to reuse it.
Oh, okay.
So they've got it in stock. They just, but it's not a small job to come hook things up like that. There's.
Well, speaking of Florence,
Yeah.
When you go into Florence down there,
Yeah.
there's a huge amount of construction on
There is.
on the left. Of what in the world is going on down there?
So you're going to see a new convention center going up down there.
Yeah.
And it's there's I believe there's going to be a big stock barn down there too and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
a big agricultural
Yeah.
center of some sort.
That's right.
That's what I understand.
And,
And, plus
there's
shopping, I
you know.
guess, and all. It looked like a strip mall there, part of it too. I don't
It very
know.
well could be. I'm going to say that's going to be the I guess that's easy to say. They're probably the next place in Florence that's going to explode as far as development goes. And that's why they're making the road that big.
They're expanding the road big time, and I mean it's just a.
Is that my computer or yours?
Protect your home like I do with retinal vision on new.
It's not mine. It's yours, evidently.
Protect your home like I do.
Yeah.
Like the last
Protect
thing
your
I heard.
home like okay.
So
Anyway, audio was coming through from somewhere.
So about that, my guys, we come up with a workaround. We got a generator for the store, and we're going to run. I've got a lot of air conditioner on that store for. So we went to. I may have told you this before. We went to the NACS show, which is the National Association of Convenience Stores, and they have it in Chicago one year, then they have it in Vegas one year, and then it's back in Chicago. They sort of flip back and forth, and they may have it in Atlanta too. Chicago, Vegas, and Atlanta. So I went to Vegas 2 years ago to that show and sat in a seminar for people who are constructing buildings. And you got these big guys in there. When I call big guys, they're the guys that do Circle K and 7-Elevens and things like that, and how they go about
More national type chains.
Yeah, and how they approach their construction and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I heard it in Vegas. The guy says, whatever your engineer puts down for HVAC, double it. And so
Really?
yeah, I went to Chicago the next year, and we faced that issue all the time. And then went to Chicago this last year, and heard the same thing. Whatever your engineer puts down for square footage, double it. And so I've got like 28,000. No, I got 28 tons of air in a 4,000 square foot store. So it's
You got to move some air.
yeah, I've got 15 tons on the floor.
Yeah.
And so, but if you walked into that store today, like yesterday, it was nice outside.
Yeah.
But if you walked in today, it would be cold because that slab is holding, it got cold over the winter and it's cold.
It's still holding cool.
So I gotta let that floor acclimate before my flooring guys gets in. So when I got my report yesterday that I might not get my transformer for 2 to 3 weeks, I said, well, what am I gonna do? So we came up with a plan to, hey, let's hook a generator to the building and get those HVAC units running. And let's bring that
It's
store.
going to take quite a generator to do that,
Hey,
didn't
we
it?
got a 50 kW backed up to it. That's what he was just saying. Hey, I've got her backed up. Where do you want me to put her? It's that kind of questions they're asking. So that's like.
So that's what the call about. You get the generator hooked up.
Yeah, and then I've got a team here from Lawrenceburg that's heading down that way to hook it up. So.
Okay.
So we're trying to get 2 teams to meet together on the site to get it done. So I had 2 calls there.
Well, see, that's where your value lies. Is you know how to create and organize resources.
Well, what was neat was they were already heading the right direction. I don't know why they got a call to confirm. I mean, I'm glad they do, but they're smart enough to know where to go and what to do. So it's a neat part.
Good for you. Good for you.
So
8:20 this morning.
yeah, it's 8:20. I don't know about you, Jeff, but I got to have some closure in this kidnapping case.
Well, they have. It's had the attention of the nation, and all the news media has just talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. And look, it's tragic. And whatever happened to this lady is just.
Yeah.
We would want and wish the best, but it doesn't look good.
Well,
And I'm surprised at the amount of media coverage, though. Really.
Yeah.
On this one.
well, it's just
case.
because of who her daughter is.
Yeah, I guess so.
And,
I guess so.
Well, I say that, but I mean, how many 80-year-old women get kidnapped?
Yeah, I mean it's different, no doubt. A strange case, to say the least.
So
I thought, there was a little blurb somewhere that they kind of put out that they thought it was a burglary gone bad or gone wrong. And then they come back out and the sheriff says he doesn't believe that. He thinks it was actually a kidnapping.
I do too.
So I don't know.
So did I tell you my theory on it? I think it's the gardener.
You said that.
Yeah, and because who else goes to the Ring doorbell or whatever, the Nest doorbell? If I'm going to burglarize a place, I'm ripping that thing off the wall and stomping it on the ground or something, But here's what gets me, is that it's got so much news coverage, I'm afraid that it exposes techniques that detectives use to try to find people. And it just equips the next person on how to do it better.
You think?
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I came up, it's been a couple weeks ago now, and I might have told you this. I said, she's got her pacemaker. Unless they cut it out of her body, they got her phone, walk around with that phone or drive around the neighborhoods with that phone and see if it syncs up with her pacemaker. And they've been doing that in a helicopter. So they've been driving over in a helicopter trying to sync up with her pacemaker. It would surprise me if she's close to her house though.
Yeah, I think at this point she's long away from the house. I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough. But
I don't agree with the son-in-law theory, and I think the gardener is probably the most logical one.
The last I heard, they had cleared all the family members of any wrongdoing.
Yeah.
They were totally victims in this deal, according to what they said. So.
Yeah, and I don't doubt that at all. So.
Well, that brings us to another case, an interesting case.
All right.
The Epstein files.
Oh goodness, have you went through them?
No, Lord. How many? I mean, I haven't. I haven't went through them all.
There's millions.
By the way, 766-9393 if you want to talk to Keith while I've got him here. But here's something interesting. Congress has asked the CIA for information on Jeffrey Epstein. They appear to want to see if he was an asset.
An asset to who?
The CIA.
Well, they won't ever tell that.
I know they won't, but my thinking is he very well might have been.
Well, I mean, if they could use him for something, sure. I mean, look at all the ties that he had.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think it's very possible that he was being used by the CIA.
Yeah.
And they've got people that they could what they call squeeze. Because they've got dirt, because they've got dirt on them.
All right, so let me, and this goes.
This is just I'm totally making.
Okay.
I'm just totally
no,
guessing.
You bring up a good point, and let me elaborate on that just a little bit. I can't elaborate much, but a little bit. Back in my younger years, when I was working in Washington D.C., there's different levels of clearances. You know, you got secret, top secret. You know, you got compartmental, and or just classified, secret, top secret. Then you got above that. Once you get your top secret clearance, and it's not a hard thing to get a top secret clearance. They'll do a background check on you, and you'll go through some questioning and stuff like that. But if you go above that, they go through they go through a lot of links to make sure that you're not in a situation to be blackmailed. That blackmail is the easiest way to get information out of anybody.
Yeah.
And so when you get a top secret clearance or even above, they make sure that you wouldn't believe the questions that they ask you, and it's about people you hang around, people you owe money to, you know, things like that.
Sure. And probably worse.
Yeah, acquaintances, things like that. So they make sure that you're not in a position to be blackmailed. If you're in a position that you're going to be looking at classified information or have access to those types of systems, and it's the right thing to do. What got me was back when Obama was president. I don't know if you remember the incident that took place, and I called in on what's his name up in Nashville. That he's dead now. Phil Valentine.
Phil Valentine.
I called in on Phil Valentine's show.
I liked his show.
This. They were talking about when I believe at the time President Obama was down in South America, and his Secret Service team got involved with some prostitutes down there.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Let's see if somebody wants to.
Sure.
Hey, good morning. You're on WDXE with us.
Yes, this is Sherry Leiter with Lawrence County Right to Life, and I usually come in and make an advertisement twice a year for a couple of our events, and I was wondering if I could come in tomorrow morning to do that.
Well, actually, you need to call 762-6200 and make arrangements, and we'll help you.
Okay, well, I've been trying to, just nobody's answering that number. I'll keep trying then. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, sorry about that. Somebody wants to advertise.
Yeah, that's good. So, anyway, I called into Phil Valentine's show and commented on that. Those guys should have immediately been released from their position because they hold high-level clearances at that stage. You know, if you're protecting the president,
yes, I would say
and
so.
You've gotten yourself into a place where you could be blackmailed. To me, that's a releasable offense. Just you're gone.
Were they fired or gone?
I don't think so.
Huh.
So
okay.
Anyway, that's I called in and talked to Phil about that, and
Uncle
that's
Phil.
been years ago.
Yeah, that's been a while back.
Yeah,
been a while back. You know that I've thought about that many times. The men who guard the presidents,
Yeah,
the CIA guys,
yeah. Well, they're not usually CIA, they're just Secret Service.
Secret Service, whatever, whoever they are.
Yeah,
You see them, you know, when the president, whoever the president is, makes an appearance.
yeah.
I always try to spot them. I always try to see,
Oh, yeah.
is that one of the guys? Is that
Yeah.
one of the guys? Do you do that?
I can one up you on that.
All right, okay.
So, Amy and I, you know, we adopted our daughter from Russia.
Yeah,
And we went to Moscow 2 times to do that. And we stayed in the Radisson, downtown Moscow, which was, you know, we are so blessed to be in the United States, because when you go to another country like that, there's a reason there's blockades all on the front of the door, you know, and stuff like that. And there's
Wow.
armed guards when you walk in and things like that. So we rarely got out of the confines of the hotel unless it was an official action of the adoption, you know.
right.
And so, and there was some things inside the hotel, like there was a bank in the hotel, a restaurant, things like that, like a normal hotel would be.
Right.
And I went downstairs one day, and there's these guys standing around, and I told my wife, I said, these guys are U.S. Secret Service. You know, I don't know what they're doing here.
No, yeah.
And it come to find out, Condoleezza Rice was at the same hotel we were in.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't have any interaction or anything like that. Amy were upstairs eating
So-
crackers out of a suitcase.
So y'all didn't talk to Condoleezza Rice?
No, she probably had steak dinner, and me and Amy's eating crackers out of a suitcase.
She was part of Bush's administration.
That's
wasn't
right.
she? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I always thought she was pretty sharp.
she was very sharp, and I'll tell you who else was sharp too. And he was the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and his name's going to, golly, Colin Powell.
Colin Powell.
He's
yeah.
the real deal.
Yeah.
You know, I was working in Washington, D.C. during the days of affirmative action, and I understand what they were trying to do with affirmative action, but a lot of folks were promoted that really didn't have the wherewithal. But Colin Powell was not one of those guys.
Yeah.
He's the real deal.
Yeah. He seemed to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So anyway,
I tell you who's impressive to me, and has been for a while. I haven't always agreed with everything through the years, but Rubio's sharp.
oh yeah, he's sharper than I thought he would be.
Rubio's super sharp.
Yeah, he is.
And Vance is too. But both those guys are well informed and can handle a question.
That's the key right there. Is number one is how much information you have.
Yeah.
And those guys in that position right there, they've got people feeding them the whole time. You know, if you ever visit the White House and stuff like that, or go see the show Melania. Have you seen that yet?
I have seen it. It was fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, every second of her day is scripted by
Yeah,
somebody else,
yeah.
you know, and it's people live a different life. But when you're president, it's very much like that. So you're walking down the hallway, and you've got somebody telling you you're fixing to walk into this room, and Jeff Hood will be in there, and Jeff
Yeah.
does this for a living,
Yeah.
and he's going to talk to you about this. You're going to spend 45 seconds, and you're going to say, "That's good to meet you, Jeff." We're gonna leave. I mean, they're told stuff like that. Their life is scripted like that, and so that's how they know when they walk in the door. They know your name, and they tell you. Know,
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. Yeah, I was quite fascinated with all the moving parts
Yes.
that took place during that transition.
Absolutely.
And it's the same for all of them.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the same for all of them. It's
You know,
crazy.
you think about the White House, they got a support staff that probably outnumbers most, factories around here.
Oh, I'm sure.
So,
Yeah. And evidently to Washington D.C., money is no object at all.
oh, no, and whatever you want to put in your pocket's fine.
Whatever. Just whatever. Well, we got someone that always wants to talk to us. Hey, good morning. How are you?
Back to this lady, Nancy, that's disappeared, the 84-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have read that until they find a body, and this is true in Tennessee, I did some research on Tennessee, they are alive. And that's why they're doing their best to find the body, because you treat a kidnapping investigation different as to what you do. I was curious, I said, why don't they check with the nursing homes? Well, you can bypass HIPAA if you know, even the nursing homes and places like that, if you have a death certificate. But a lot of these places, attorneys and all this. But anyway, I wanted to throw that out. But the second thing is I was thinking in reverse. I guess you've noticed I don't think like other people. Why couldn't you take the DNA and not violate him? But I'm just throwing this out, somebody to check on. Is, okay, if we know her DNA, and a nursing home or hospital knows all the patient's DNAs, because I can't imagine them being in one of those places not having it, why couldn't they check to see how many 84-year-old women have been admitted in a geographic, I don't know how far you would go, and just check to see if there's anybody there that might not be legitimate or under another identity in case, for some other reason, in case she was getting out. Just want to throw that out. I know that's way out.
Yeah, that's way out. I'll have to say.
By the way, my husband works with DNA transplantation,
Yeah.
genetics, and of course he's been gone 30 years, so a lot of stuff is dated. But I've kept up with some of the stuff. But I also read a lot of it. But what I'm saying is the interesting thing was they can only do certain things if it's a kidnapping. Also in Tennessee it's 7 years, but it's 5 years in Arizona. And if it's peril, if you can prove it was something like a boating accident or a weather or something like this, they reduce the 5 years without a death certificate, but I don't know how long it is.
Oh,
Interesting.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, and this is just stuff I've read. I don't know how accurate, and I don't do social media.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you now.
So she brought up a good point there. You know, they find this glove 2 miles from the house. How many Joe Blows have thrown their gloves out the window?
I never thought that glove had anything to do. And why would anybody just throw it out the window? That would be the dumbest thing ever to do.
Well, most people do stuff like that ain't smart. You know, you ever seen dumb criminals on TV?
Yes.
They're pretty dumb. But, you know, I'm on the work site that I'm on down there, and there's a pair of gloves in the parking lot. And I'm thinking,
Maybe you should call somebody.
maybe I should call somebody and get them looked at. But, you know, how common is you put your gloves on the back of the truck and drive off and they blow off?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I mean, to me, I guess you got to treat every clue or every piece of evidence like it's the real deal until it's not. But you know, 2 miles away, finding a glove is far-fetched for me.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know, but I'm
yeah.
not, that's why I'm not
Leave no stone unturned, I guess, as far as that investigation goes. And I guess you have to check it out. But I didn't think it would merit or lead to anything, and it didn't.
Well, my problem is, Jeff, I get up every day and I check it, or if I get on the internet, I check it to see if there's any updates. I've become obsessed with it, especially the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's starting to wear off now, and it is online too. It's not the front headline anymore, but it, you know, I'm like, well, before I go to bed, I want to check it.
Well, I kind of got tired of the news. I mentioned this earlier this morning. I kind of got tired of the news last night. And I'm a news junkie. I watch, that's normally what I have on no matter what we're doing. I have the news on.
Oh, not me.
But I kind of got tired of it last night, and I decided I'd check in on the Olympics.
Yeah.
Which I haven't paid any attention to hardly at all.
Oh man, it's been good.
What have you been watching?
I've been watching, watched that skater fall, and I felt so sorry for him, but he fell twice. He was going to be, you know, the gold medal winner, but
Not
he came
now.
in 8th place. And I've been watching the, I don't know what it's called, where you lay on your back and slide down that thing.
The luge.
How much athleticism is in that?
Yeah, I could probably do that. You just lay there like a slug.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
it's like a Pinewood Derby car. The more it weighs, the
Yeah, I was going to
faster
say.
it goes.
I was going to say I would probably shoot right off one of the sides.
No, so I got curious about that. I'm like, how do they steer that? So you know how they steer that? They steer it with their thighs.
Yeah, they
Put pressure on a rail with their thigh or something.
It's what, yeah. I think it would be fun.
Shoot, that's too fast for me.
well,
I mean,
no.
I probably would have done it years ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
You wreck
I
already?
would do the bobsled, but I don't think I want to slide on my back. But they have two different ways. They have one that's where your feet first, and then they have one where you're on your belly and your head first.
So wasn't there a team? I didn't get to see it, but wasn't there a bobsled team on the Olympics where the second guy in line fell, and so everybody behind him fell too, and so the guy's in the bobsled by himself. So
Well, you know, they had a movie that came out years ago. I think it had John Candy in it called, and it was about the Jamaican bobsled team.
oh man.
And the funny scene in that movie is they're trying to get, you know how they run along, you know, one of them jumps in and then the other one jumps in,
Yeah.
you know, and they're running with it. Well, the last one, he's gotten so fast and he can't get in. He's like trying to jump in, he can't get in. The Jamaican driver says, just let it go, man.
Just let it go, man. Well, and they had, bobsled don't have a reverse, so once you get it going, it's gone.
He's jumping, trying to get in, he can't get in. Oh my
But
gosh.
I like curling.
I watched that last night.
Yeah.
I watched curling last night. The U.S. was playing Finland or somebody, or Italy or something. I can't remember who they were playing. And it was tied up, and I was trying to figure out, I never have looked into it. I don't know how they score.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they were showing the scoring system on there, so I was trying to figure out the scoring.
Yeah.
But I watched it long enough to see the strategy of the game, and it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, but basically is to get to the center and knock all your opponents out, right?
Yeah, you got to get you knock everybody else out, and whoever's got the concrete block left gets a score evidently. But
I don't know.
But I watched it, and they kept knocking. They went through, I guess, 2 sets there, and nobody was in the circle at the end. So it was like they were tied 2-2.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they play sets. I don't understand the scoring system.
I don't either. So.
And it doesn't matter evidently about the being in the center, as long as you're in the circle somewhere.
No, I think it does.
Does it?
I think if you're in the center, you can take 2 of your opponent's blocks out of the way. It cancels out 2 of your opponent's blocks. And I might be totally wrong about that. But
Well, we need to look up how we score in curling.
I've been trying to keep score on the couch, and it was like in my scorebook it was 40-50, and then on the screen it was like 3-1. I'm like,
Well, you got it wrong evidently. You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm scoring the wrong way.
You have no idea what you're talking about on this anyway. So back to Epstein.
Yes, Epstein.
I want to get back to Epstein because
Let me preface it by saying the dude's a dirtbag.
well, yeah,
You know, he's been called dirtbag by several folks.
there have been some. Were we talking about this before with the possible cannibalism thing?
Yes.
All right.
About the references to
I haven't heard any more about that.
jerky.
I haven't heard any more about that.
In fact, Rainey told us that it was.
Yeah, they're strangely, to me, the media has been strangely quiet about the Epstein file. It's been out there, it comes up, and it does come up, and they have talked about it. They've released this yet and there, but they're.
So
Evidently, there is a lot of people.
Sure.
That have their names associated with that somehow, somewhere.
And I would say that some of them, Whoopi Goldberg, it came up.
I saw that Whoopi Goldberg's name is in the file somewhere.
Well, and here's the deal: if you knew somebody that had a jet, and there was a possibility you could borrow the jet, would you call them and say, "Hey, mind if I borrow your jet?" That's sort of what Whoopi did. That's what her agent did for her, as far as I can tell. I don't think she ever had a one-on-one conversation with him,
No.
But yeah, Trump called him a dirtbag and kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago years ago.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah.
In and of itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the political opponents with each other have accused each other of having this deal, and of course, the accusations flew around that Trump was hiding all the Epstein files. Well, it turns out he wasn't.
Yeah.
Evidently.
Well, there's two things.
But somebody has been for quite some time.
2 things I've learned out of this whole deal is that the elite in our country have a way of palling around with each other. I don't know where that circle is or how broad that circle is. Obviously, it's big. Epstein was a part of that circle. It's just like, how do you call up Taylor Swift and ask her out on a date? As a regular Joe Blow, you can't do those kind of things, but Travis Kelce can call and, they know how to get in touch with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the elite in America have this way of being amongst themselves. And that's what we're finding. And listen, a lot of those folks in Washington who are embedded up there, and I've always been a proponent of term limits. And I know the argument, well, the term limit is the voter. The voter can vote you out at any time. Then if that's the case, why do you have term limits on the presidency?
Yeah.
Why do you have term limits on the governorships?
Yeah.
You know, if you got a good governor, why not let them be governor for as long as they're a good governor?
Yeah.
You know, but no, there's term limits there.
I used to be in the camp of no term limits, but I have changed my mind.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be.
So here's the thing you have when you don't have any term limits, is that you get these politicians that's up there and what is his name? He's a representative from Tennessee, over in East Tennessee.
Oh gosh, Mark Cohen.
No. He's Cohen's buddy though. John.
Oh, in East Tennessee?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's not Harshberger. He's over in, or her, she.
Well, your point being what?
So my point being this, you know, you have the Constitution, which we go by, and the Constitution gives gave the right to the House and to the Senate to create rules.
Yes.
Okay, so they have the rules that they live by, and it's those rules which I think you can't call them unconstitutional because the Constitution gives them the right to create those types of rules.
Uh-huh.
But they live by those rules, and I'll tell you that the longer you're up there, the more powerful you are. And depending on what committee you're on and things like that. So it don't matter if you're going up there lobbying for something, you got to find that one person who's over that committee that has the seniority to say, I can get this done.
Yes.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
And not only that is, the whole time that you're serving up there, you're raising money for the party that you represent. Okay?
Yes.
And so, for a Joe Blow like me, who might want to run for House of Representatives or run for senator, you don't have a chance because they've been up there building this war chest of not just thousands of dollars, but millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna see some of those things take place. You see it every year.
Yeah.
You know, the more money they got, the stronger the candidate they are in our society. But oh golly, what is his? I'm gonna look him up. So
Okay.
You'll know him because Tim Burchett.
Burchett, yeah.
So
yeah, Tim Burchett.
I don't know why I couldn't think of his name, but we've been to Burchett's office several times, and he is a great guy.
I like him.
He's very monotone, and so you might walk in his office, and he always meets with you, and he'll say, "All right, what are you guys here for today?" And you'll talk to him about stuff.
Yeah.
But he was doing an interview about those Epstein files and stuff like that, and he said that he was the 435th most powerful person on the Hill because he didn't raise money and he didn't kiss butt.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought, I like that kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to run a grassroots campaign, and that's what gets me, is that you really can't run a grassroots campaign and be elected to a national office.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's very, very tough to win.
Be very tough. So.
But yeah, he's seems like a solid guy for the most part.
Yeah.
But I just it almost seems inevitable though that once they're up there, they get corrupted somehow.
I don't think they get corrupted as well. I think corrupted is okay.
Maybe that's a wrong term.
No, I think they get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about you, but if I got elected to Congress and had $100,000+ plus salary, that's like winning the lottery to me. I don't know about you, but it's like winning the lottery to me.
It's in more ways than one.
Yeah, and I have. You know, the insurance that they have.
Yeah, all the coverage they have, all the privileges they have.
Yeah.
I mean, everything paid for right and left.
So, does the human psyche, and do you not try to protect that?
Well, not only that, I think it's even deeper than that. I think you begin to feel very, very important.
I agree.
I think you would feel very, very important.
I agree.
And you must, you know, the scripture says not to think of oneself more highly than you should, and I think they get into the place where think about AOC, for instance.
Yeah.
in her own mind, she is absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah, you're exactly right.
And she is a leader in her own mind.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay, and she is just cutting edge in her own mind.
And she keeps
And
getting
everybody ought to love her in her own mind
Yeah.
because of all the attention she's getting. And the same thing happens. I think the same thing happens to celebrities.
I think you're right.
And that's why they become experts on everything.
Well, and that's why you know, when they're not a celebrity or they fall from stardom or whatever, it's a hard fall.
It's a hard fall.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a hard fall. Oh my God. Well, so there was my philosophy on the thing anyway.
So yeah, you know, that's one thing that came out of Epstein Files is you see this circle of, I guess, not just wealthy folks, but the influence. So the people that's in those files are influential people that we consider to be influential.
Yeah.
In their, I guess, in their own areas, you know. But the second thing was, and it really struck a chord with me, was they're spending a lot of time redacting the names of the people that was associated with Epstein, but they're not redacting the things of the victims. To me, that seems to be backwards. And you know, if you're a victim there, you should, you know, it's like, hey, they're protecting the upper class, but those folks that, you know, Epstein had them listed as masseuses, you know, and that's the way I think most of his interactions with these young girls began, is with some sort of massage or something like that. So even when the Epstein files were first released, the list of masseuses was huge. And you can look at all that stuff on the Department of Justice website. They got it listed out there.
So yeah, and of course, anyway, I have not decided to go look at it. I hear bits and pieces of it on news here and there. I don't know. I'm kind of like Nate Bargatze. I don't like to read much.
I like him. I went to see him. He's great.
He is very funny.
He is awesome.
He is very, very funny. And you know, he is so popular.
Hell yeah.
And which says something about us, really,
Yeah.
because he is humor that is clean humor, and you could take your whole family to.
Yep.
And he's the most popular comedian in the country.
That's right. We went to see him in Nashville. You know, he's from Nashville, the Mount Juliet area.
Yeah.
And my wife's from there. But he's got a Lawrenceburg connection. I think he married a girl from Lawrenceburg.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so.
I wonder if we could just call him
I'm
up.
the same way.
I wonder if we could call him up. You know, we're talking about calling the
Yeah.
elites. I wonder if we could get in touch with
I
him.
guarantee he'd answer the phone.
He probably would.
Yeah, he's just that kind of guy. But we watched his whole show. He had 3 people come on before him, and he has a guy that's sort of like a MC moderator or something that brings on all the. But he was a comedian in his own right, and we sat there for 3 hours, I guess.
Yeah.
And never heard the first curse word or anything like that. It was really a great show.
Yeah.
And it was funny as all get out. I mean, they were all
Oh
of them
my
were
gosh,
funny. And
yeah.
his daddy was on the show. His
Oh,
daddy
really?
was one of them. Yeah, and it was good.
That's great. His dad was a clown or something, wasn't he?
I don't
A
remember.
clown or a magician or something like that.
I don't know. I can't remember. I think so, maybe.
Yeah, I think that was the case. Anyway, Keith Durham's here, everybody. It's a friends and neighbors hour, and we just talk about whatever we think.
Yeah, or if you want to talk about something.
Whatever pops in our head is what we talk about here during the Wednesday show. Now tomorrow, of course, we got the Quick Mart hour coming.
Yeah, we do. We got a lot of stuff.
And we'll excuse me. we do trivia then, and do the giveaway, the $25 giveaway.
Yeah.
So anyway, but today's all about just fun and whatever we want to talk about.
That's right.
And all that. Of course, we'll take phone calls too, 766-9393, if there's something you want to chime in on. What about in and around Lawrenceburg happenings? You got anything?
I'm hearing things, but I'm reluctant to say anything out loud. Now, I'm having breakfast with the mayor tomorrow.
Are you really?
Yeah, so maybe I can squeeze some info out of him.
Ooh.
So.
Okay.
So he's in the know.
He should know.
He should know.
Yeah, he should know. He should know. They had the county commission meeting last night, I think.
Oh, really?
I think that. Excuse me, wasn't it last night?
You know, I was mayor for 12 years, and I may have went to 2 county commission meetings in my life, I think.
Yeah, I've never.
So
I don't think I've actually ever attended one live. I've watched some of them on the, now that we stream them, that kind of thing. I've
Yeah.
watched them a time or two. But I couldn't tell you anything that was talked about.
there's a lot of things that the city and the county work on together.
Yeah, there is.
And,
Well, they kind of have to on some things.
Yeah, and you got to go remind them every once in a while, especially when it comes to garbage. And garbage is a huge issue at the county level.
It is.
big
It's a huge issue for the whole country, but yeah.
So, you have some commissioners over there that will say, okay, how much of this is Lawrence County garbage and how much is Lawrenceburg garbage? And I have to go over every once in a while and say, everybody in Lawrenceburg is from Lawrence County,
Yes.
and
Yeah, everybody in Lawrenceburg is in Lawrence County.
that's exactly right. And I would be more than glad to stop paying my county taxes if you want to separate it like that.
Yeah.
Let Lawrenceburg be Lawrenceburg and let the rest of the county be the county. I'd be more than glad to stop that. But we never got ugly or anything like that. But you just have to be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. As a matter of fact,
Oh, yeah.
my council member who's sitting right here, commission member who's sitting right here, represents Lawrenceburg people because they're Lawrence Countyans.
That's right.
So that I'll say 100% of the trash that goes up there is Lawrence County trash.
That's
100%.
correct.
So
That is correct. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't deny that.
So, and sometimes I talk about double taxation things as far as the people of Lawrenceburg goes. I feel like that we're in some double taxation type things. I think, I won't get into the crux of it, but 911 operates as an interlocal agreement between the county and the city. And we pay county taxes and most of the time, in most counties, the 911 services is a county issue, not a municipality issue. And so, and then the other thing is that.
Well, I would ask about that.
Okay.
I want to ask about that because the 911 service is for all Lawrence Countyans.
It is.
Which includes the city of Lawrenceburg and Loretta,
City of Etheridge, City
Etheridge,
of Loretta,
all that.
and
So,
St. Joe.
so they all have to utilize that service.
That's right. And we all pay a fee also to use that service, but we also pay taxes to use that service. So we pay our county tax, which goes to that. Then a part of your city tax goes to pay for that also.
Okay.
So, and it's based on workload and call load. And of course, Lawrenceburg has the bulk of that.
Yeah.
And so, there's some arguments, there's some debating that could go on there as far as, funding goes, because it's a huge number on or it was when I was mayor, it's a huge number on our budget, is the 911 budget. And so.
Somebody's got to do that though. That's a
you
that's
can't
a service.
do that.
That's a service.
And they do a great job, and they've got the most, Chad Moore can elaborate on this because he does a good job over there, but they got the most, if you want to go, I'm trying to put this in words, if you want to go to a place in Lawrence County that's got the most up-to-date computer stuff, it's in the 911 center. They've got good stuff.
Which it should have.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
They should stay up to date.
Yeah,
and
they do.
And that's good.
And you can't do it for cheap.
No, you can't do anything for cheap.
That's right.
You really, really can't.
Yeah.
I went to the grocery store. What day was it? I don't remember. But I tell you what, I've gotten craving, and it's so dumb. But in the grocery store, they have these cut up, ready-made little fruit bowls.
Yeah.
And they're
expensive.
They're expensive, but they're so good.
Yeah, they are.
And I'm just like, I'll get a craving for one of those, and I'll specifically go get one.
Well, I have a hard time doing that because you can buy a watermelon for $5, or you can get a piece of one cut up
For $5.
For $5.
But if you're driving,
it's hard to cut a watermelon. You're exactly right. Never tried that.
But if you're driving and you want to eat watermelon, what do you do?
Exactly. Well, I work for Quick Mart, but every once in a while I go to Buc-ee's.
Yes.
And they've got cantaloupe there, and I always get that's my one thing that I go to every time. I like cantaloupe.
Yeah.
And
You know what's so good cut up and eat?
What?
Is pineapple.
So look.
Oh my gosh.
Here's the deal. I don't know
a
what
big
the deal
chunk
is.
of pineapple is like, it's like
I love
fantastic.
pineapple, but for some reason, I guess, you know how you taste change and you get
Yeah.
old? And I've got this gag reflex to pineapple.
Really?
now. Yeah.
Really?
I don't know what it is.
Ah.
And if I eat pineapple, it's like, oh my
I'm
goodness.
talking about fresh pineapple.
I am too.
You know, fresh pineapple,
Yeah.
cut a big chunk, and it's
and we're going on a cruise, and they're known for that.
I'm sure it's different than canned pineapple.
It is.
Now, don't get me wrong. I can eat a slice of canned pineapple
Yeah,
too,
or a
but
ring.
yeah, or a ring. Yeah. You ever had a pineapple and cheese sandwich?
I have not. That doesn't sound good at all. I have had pineapple on pizza though, which is okay.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. But sure enough, you could have a pineapple and cheese sandwich.
Wow. I've never.
You ever had that?
Did you put mayonnaise on it?
There's a pineapple. You can. There's a. I didn't, but there's a dessert dish that is pineapple chunks with cheese in it.
Now cottage cheese I could see, but you're talking about like American
I'm talking about
cheese?
shredded, kind of shredded cheese. And I don't know what it's called, but it's good.
It's probably called pineapple and cheese.
Pineapple and cheese. It's good.
You know, that's what I'd call it.
Anyway. So anyway, we're running out of time. We have filled up a whole hour
I can't
just
believe
talking
it.
about nothing.
Nothing at all.
This is a show about nothing.
You know. Uh-oh.
We got at least one more. You got to at least talk one more time.
I want to recommend that Keith take notes with that meeting with the mayor, because if I call correctly, one of the most calls that came in when you were talking about local issues. And I have read in some counties in Tennessee, they had trouble with their water supply. And I've got boxes of stuff that I'm going to send to the dump, because I don't have time to try to read all those labels to see if they're, you know, I think they some kind of rule of thumb, let the public know what to throw away and what to take without spending hours on a website.
Wow.
We'll talk about
That's
that.
gonna be-
I got another call I want to take, okay? Hey, good morning. Hey, buddy. How are you?
Hey, buddy. I just don't know. I want to let save somebody else the embarrassment. The pineapples. I went to Hawaii and went on a tour for the pineapples, and I thought they grew on trees, right?
I didn't know. They don't grow on trees.
No, they grow on the
I
ground.
found that out on the tour because they pulled us out in the middle of this field on this buggy, and I asked how long did it take them to get tall enough for pineapples to be on, and everybody on the tour laughed at me. Save somebody the embarrassment. They're grown in the ground. I thought they were grown on trees.
Oh,
No. Yeah, they grow up like a plant.
If you got a pineapple tree, let me see it. If you're looking in the trees for pineapples, watch out, you're going to trip over them.
They're prickly little things too.
Oh,
aren't they?
yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap us up. We've got to get up and get out of here and go do the real
I
job.
gotta go to work.
Well, wait a minute. Hang on a
I
second.
got 1 minute is what the clock says.
We have a whole minute left.
Well,
No. We got to go. It's time to go. We'll see you next time.
All right, see you, Jeff.
Digging through the
You need to
looking for missing ski
watch some Tim Burchett stuff. You'll become a Tim Burchett fan.
9 of them still on account of
Do what?
You'll become a